Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
It's another Thursday evening down at Baysgar School, which is where Barton Town will be training. Have the one of the youth teams down here at the moment. We're going to try and get a word with Tom Rivers, who's the goalkeeping coach now for the club, as well as Nathan Jarman, first team manager. Not sure who else is here tonight, but we'll try and track them down and get their opinion of how the season's going so far for them. The youth teams have started their seasons now, so I think everybody's quite busy. So let's grab hold of someone. So first person we've got tonight is Tom Rivers, who's the goalkeeping coach. Good evening, Tom.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So how's it going with the... Well, I suppose the first question is, you're actually doing the goalkeeping coach for the other teams as well?
Yep, so I cover the first team, the reserve team, the development squad and the women's team.
Okay. So how's that going for you?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a great experience. Not really done coaching goalkeepers through a whole club, but really loving the experience and loving the club.
And how does it differ from one team to the other?
It's levels of experience. It's levels of age, obviously. So with the development side, it's been a bit more picky of the technique, whereas the reserve team and the first team, it's more about facilitating them, making sure they're game ready. With the women's team, they're a fairly new team with a fairly new keeper, so it's going through basics and going through the techniques of being a goalkeeper.
So it's not simply a case of kicking the ball at a keeper?
It's not a simple case of kicking a ball at a keeper and hoping to catch it.
Okay, so what sort of things are you training in? Let's say the ladies team, you say they're new. So what sort of skills are you having to bring out in them?
So for the ladies keeper, we're looking basically at their set position, so how they are setting up before a shot. We're looking at the three simple catches: your W catch, which is in front of your face, your cup, which is around your midriff, and then your scoop, which is the ones low at the floor. And then we'll progress into the diving techniques and then general techniques of the game and game scenario situations. Things for the development squad, that's more about being nitpicky of their technique, because they'll have a basic understanding of it and then just trying to work on it, change little things here and there to make it better. And then with the first team, like I say, it's just facilitating them, making sure they feel good and ready for the weekend's games.
Okay, so I see it's mainly sort of a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Do you not do any sort of set-piece work with getting the other players involved to get them involved in the defence as well?
Yeah, so the set pieces is mainly what the gaffer wants to do. Whenever he wants to do them, I just leave it to Muzzer, because he sort of knows what he's doing with them. Don't try and get too involved with the set pieces, but everything else I just try and help and give my ideas as and when I can.
So for the going back to the ladies team or the younger teams, are you going through what they might expect to see in the case of a corner kick?
Yeah, so with me only being here about a month or so, I'm just obviously learning the players, learning their abilities. With the ladies team, it will be gradually getting up to that, and then with the development side, again, we'll be getting into that, and then with the lad being with the first team tonight, he'll get an experience there, and we'll see what he can do tonight.
So you got somebody joining the first team?
Yeah, so we've got the Luke, who's the development keeper. He's coming to see how Pad and Muzz do, how they go through their training and their preparation to prepare him for his games.
Okay, and what about penalties? I mean, as a team, we're generally not that brilliant a team to be taking penalties, certainly not last season. But how do you prepare a keeper for that? Because I think it was Seaman that said that all the pressure is actually on the person taking the shot rather than the keeper, because the goalkeeper will not save 90% of them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all the pressure's on the taker. The taker gets basically a free kick from 12 yards with no one in front of him but a keeper. All the pressure's got to be on him. With the new rules that everyone's bringing in to say that keepers can't mess with the striker, it's making it harder on keepers. I personally love to mess with strikers when I'm playing myself, throw the ball away, touch the posts. Can't do it now, but in terms of here at Barton, just people have their own techniques, and as and when I see something that might help them, I'll let them know and see what they think.
So dancing about on the line, or not, well, obviously not being on the line now, very strong on that one now, but sort of dancing around, does that tend to put players off when they're taking a free penalty, do you think?
Not when I've been playing, but I'm rubbish. No, it's a difficult one because everyone's got a different way of doing it, and what works for one person might not work for another person. Dancing on the line might work for someone that might progress where they're going. Staying still might help, but you're in a lose-lose situation sometimes as a keeper. You stay still and they put it in the corner. People are asking, why don't you dive? You dive and someone puts it down the middle. They say, why aren't you staying still? So you're in a lose-lose basically, but if you make a save, you're a hero.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure you're going to go and find someone to persecute for a few minutes and get their goalkeeping skills up to scratch.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tom. Good evening, Nathan.
Hi, Trev.
Hello. So we're down here training again.
Yep.
Tuesday night, Silsden. Well, obviously there was a bit of a problem there.
Yeah, we obviously it wasn't brilliant, wasn't great. 5-0, and it could have been worse as well, to be honest with you. I think they hit the post at the crossbar.
I did. Yeah.
So yeah, just glad to get out of there and move on to the next one.
Okay. Any particular reason? Were they a lot better? Were they well organised, and we're in some way we weren't?
Oh no, I
mean,
think.
Was it the fact that it's a Tuesday game and perhaps not all the players were available for our team?
Yeah, well, it was a hell of a trip, as you know, and we did have 4 or 5 missing, I think. Just struggling with work commitments and can't get off work early, and obviously with it being a 2-hour drive as well on top. Not great, but that being said, the team we had was still a decent team. Should have been a good game, but no. I think if we'd have took the few chances that we had, we had 2 or 3 chances in the first 10-15 minutes. If we'd have took them, it's obviously going to be a different game. But the goals we conceded one on 44 minutes, and then 3 minutes into injury time as well, and it just kills it. At 2-0, you're thinking, right, second half you go out, you can have a good go at it. 4-0, I was apoplectic. I was ready to go off, and I was happy that it was just one we conceded second half. Right. Said we was never going to win it from that position, and it was basically damage limitation. So yeah, I just said have a bit of pride about yourselves and and try and win the second half. And we had a decent go. We picked up and hot his hamstrings, no good. So I think he's going to have an extended period of time now to try and get it right. Because that's a few times he's gone down. It's the 3rd time he's gone down with his hamstring. So we need to do something to get it right. And yeah, so it's not brilliant, but we move on.
Any other injuries from Tuesday night? Did Harrison go off early or not?
Yeah, went off early, but he wasn't injured.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no more injuries. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What about new players? I see a couple of new faces in training recently. We've got somebody new here. We
got James Playford here. Yeah, who's centre midfielder, or he can is maybe a ball playing centre back as well. So yeah, he's here, and we'll see what we can do with that one.
Okay. Now this weekend we've got Goldcar.
Mm-hmm.
Next Tuesday, Maltby Main.
Yeah, Goldcar, Maltby, and then Frickley, I think.
Yeah, so we're right Frickley, aren't we?
Yeah, well, next Saturday.
So how would you see those games? What's your after Tuesday? What is your plan? Are you going to play exactly the same as we always do?
I wouldn't say that. We'll be obviously trying to keep it out at one end and score the other. I know you always try and do that, and you always want it to go your way. But yeah, we'll not be. I'll not be. How I say that? I don't want to be getting done 5.
Right.
It's the first time, we've ever been beat by 5. I think. I can't remember it. I said that straight after to Dan. I was like, I can't ever remember it being like that, especially where we've not been in it as well. We got done 5-1 at Garforth last year, but we'd missed the pen and we'd missed 3 1-on-1s and a couple of close headers and stuff. Whereas, like, you think if you both take your chances, it could have been 5-5 there. Whereas against Silsden, I just thought they were better all over the park than us. So.
Right, are they going to be a team looking for the promotion?
Well, I don't know, because if you look at them, they've got 18 points from 9 games, and we've got 15 from 8, and it's like we win and we'll be on exactly the same points, albeit the goal difference has taken a bit of a battering. I can't see them. I say that it might happen, but I just think at the minute they're riding on the crest of a wave, and so they've had 2 good results.
It's still quite early in the season, of course, so a win makes a big difference.
Yeah, and like I said, well, I know it's cliche, but people say it. After 10 games, you can get a good barometer of where you are, and I think after 10 games, if the next 2, if we win them, we're going to be first or second in the league. So. And
obviously happy with the win against Gaul on the Friday night.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was, there's positives to take, and I'm hesitant. I don't want to go back to the drawing board. Ship 6 or 7 players out, get 6 or 7 in. I know managers in the past have done it, but I don't want to do it. We've got a big squad. We'll utilise it. We'll switch a few round. We did anyway from the goal game into that one on Tuesday night. So hopefully we get a bit of a response, and we come out fighting. So yeah, that's what we want.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, cheers, Trev.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.